about what I did and some of the stuff that I'm still working on. But first, I'm going to set myself a stopwatch because I have a tendency of going a little bit over. There we go. All right, so like I said, my name is Dan Blair. I'm a startup entrepreneur here from Winnipeg. I'm a graduate of Red River College, and for the past year, I've been helping them build what's called the ACE project space. Whenever I was still in the program, which was the Business Information Technology program at the college, I thought to myself, I don't want to be another big cog in a machine, writing code and having my work not really mean anything. I wanted to do something that would be meaningful and have some sort of impact on the company that I would work with. So when you're going through the program, you have two choices. You can do a co-op or an industry project. And I ended up doing the co-op, and I found that I ended up being a little bit of a cog in the machine. I was just working somewhere, and although I was making a meaningful contribution, I wanted to do something more. So when I came back after my co-op, I started thinking about what can actually be done. How can we work more with the startup community? So for those of you that aren't from the city here, we have a pretty robust startup community down on what's called Innovation Alley. And we have a number of organizations that support this, including Red River College. And so through the ACE department, I ended up working with a fantastic chair named Hyder, who floated the idea past me, which was, how do we take a startup and put them with the students, so the students are getting real-world, on-the-job training. The college is directly impacting the startup community, and the startups are having a little bit less risk starting out. So we ended up building the project space. We took traditional industry project and we put the entrepreneur directly in the space with the students. The students got to work with industry experts to build their own skills. So for example, I'm a developer, so I write code. The students that I was working with are also learning to be developers. So I taught them a little bit about source control and a little bit about development. But on top of that, the students got to work on an innovative new project. So we started what I have a table at the back called PanoPla, which is a tool for allowing anybody to learn, to work with and teach people through virtual reality. So virtual reality is a very new thing. How can you utilize it today? So we ended up setting out to build a tool that would allow anybody to do this. How can you market your business? How can you create a virtual field trip? How can you send anybody anywhere in the world right now? So we ended up utilizing technology that actually exists, bringing it all together, and building a commercial product. So the students ended up working not only on building a piece of software, but they got to work alongside me while I figured out how to run a business. As of just the other day, we ended up passing our first year as a company, so I've done it. Moving forward, we're now talking about how do we reproduce this. So the space itself is, I find, a little bit more interesting even than what I'm doing with my startups, because it's an opportunity for the college, any college, to replicate it and work directly with innovative new technologies and startups that are just coming out of the basement. So I started my company as an idea, but sitting in my living room. That's a little bit far away from the ecosystem. So the college helped me actually get down to the actual Innovation Alley, because they happen to be at the very end of it, and help facilitate that actual transfer of knowledge between the students and myself. So the students are getting a meaningful experience, and I'm building a product. The college now is looking to reproduce this, and it's going to be interesting to see how this actually happens, because right now it's very developer-focused, but it is an interesting model. So with a growing startup ecosystem here, the college is able to actually work alongside a lot of these people. So if you have any questions for me, please ask. But other than that, thank you.
Any questions for these two amazing young people? I have